Hello, this is Brian Rezny, president of Rezny Wealth Management, bringing you an important update and a question today about the overall economy. I received an email from Matthew, and Matthew's question is pretty simple. He basically writes, Brian, you endorse Trump, you claim that the economy will be better under Trump, but yet you said in the same video, the economy is doing well under Biden, but employment numbers are starting to go down. What's the change? Great question. So bottom line is the economy, generally speaking, under Biden is doing fine. The biggest problem with the Biden economy is inflation. All the money that's being spent is not helping the poor and the middle class. Remember, the poor and the middle class in this country represent 98% of the population. Inflation hits that 98% the worst. So their standard of living is actually down. Their costs are substantially up under the Biden administration. Policies do matter. Under Trump, and I talked about this a little bit, the main thing that's going to happen under Trump, the main principle that he will instill again is energy independence. That means cheap gas prices for your car, cheap utility prices for your home. If you're paying 30-50% more per gallon for gas under the Biden administration, that's coming out of everything else you could spend it on for your family. If your utility bills are up 50 to 100% under Biden, which again, both of these are factually true, you have less money to spend on your family, whether it's for clothes, food, shelter, vacations, all those extracurricular activities. So bottom line is this, while the economy is growing, the problem is it's growing because of inflation, not because we're actually growing the economy by really producing more goods and services that people can consume at a lower cost structure. Again, policies matter. Whether you like the candidate or don't, I vote on policy. I think every voter should get educated about policies and how they ultimately affect your portfolio and your financial security in life. And again, if I go back to energy, geopolitical problems were not at all in the situation that we talked about over 4 years ago under Trump. We had really no political problems, geopolitical, excuse me. But under Biden, it seems like the world's on fire, whether it's in Asia, whether it has something to do with Europe, whether it has to do with Israel. Again, energy creates wealth for these countries that want to create more problems. If we are energy independent and you bring cost structure down for energy, countries like Russia do not have the money to fund a war against Ukraine, and hence other countries are in the same boat. So again, energy independence is a dominant factor for this election. It helps the poor, the middle class the most, and having you have a better lifestyle and actually have more money than to spend in the real economy to grow the economy and your financial security. If you're not a client of our firm, you should become a client. We do manage larger portfolios. Contact our office if you'd like to sit down, have a consultation to discuss our money management services because you're not happy with the lackluster returns you're currently receiving, the lackluster customer service, the poor investment management. Call us. Schedule a consultation. There is a huge difference when you're dealing with a real fee-only fiduciary money manager like Rezny Wealth Management versus the banks, the Wall Street firms, the conflicted firms out there that are really selling product and not really managing your money at all. Have a safe and profitable day.